Hello, everyone. I'm going to review the Technology Strategic Plan of Delgado Community College, the main access to public higher education and workforce development in my region. I used to work there as an advisor and would love to return with an instructional technology role. Before introducing Delgado's Technology Strategic Plan, I will give you an idea of the importance and history of this school, discuss the content of the school's technology plan, and offer an analysis of the plan using the Higher Education Supplement to the National Education Technology Plan for comparison. I will identify the convergence and divergence between Delgado's Strategic Technology Plan and the National Education Technology Plan, NETP for short, citing specific examples where the two plans align and misalign. Finally, based on my analysis, I will make several recommendations to the existing plan and conclude with key takeaways. Delgado originated in 1921 and is now part of 9 colleges within the LCTCS, the Louisiana Community and Technical College System. Delgado began as a trade school for boys and young men. The flagship location, which you saw in the previous slide, was founded on 57 acres outside of historic City Park in New Orleans as the bequest of a Jamaican immigrant who became a sugar planter. After floundering during the Great Depression, Delgado revived in trades of aircraft construction and maintenance post-war. Two-year technical degrees were added in the early 1960s, and now Delgado has celebrated its centennial in 2021. Currently, 400 faculty serve approximately 13,000 credit and 8,000 non-credit students per semester. Delgado has 33 associate degree programs and more than 80 certificates and technical diplomas. Chances are everyone born and raised in New Orleans either knows someone or has personally passed through the halls of Delgado. Delgado is by far the most affordable and convenient campus in the area. It has open enrollment and is not known for innovation in technology. Rather, Delgado's faculty rely on traditional teaching methods designed for synchronous, in-person meetings. Delgado used to have a robust evening program, but like many programs, it has come and gone. Delgado's technology strategic plan was easily located through a Google search that led back to the school's website. The plan is a one-page statement of the principles that guide technology use on campus. The page is located under the About tab from the home page of the site, following the path of Administration, Additional Administration Offices, Office of Instructional Technology, and finally Technology Strategic Plan. Information about instructional technology is situated symbolically in the secure and unreachable space alongside the Chancellor's office. The categories discussed in the NETP are paralleled to a small degree by Delgado's Technology Strategic Plan, but are grouped differently. Whereas the NETP discusses the plan in the following categories, Delgado's plan is more broadly defined. Here is how the NETP groups facets of its plan concerning the use of technology: teaching, learning, assessment, leadership, infrastructure. Of these categories, Delgado's plan most directly addresses leadership and infrastructure. Delgado uses the term technology guiding principles, and these align with the core values and mission of the institution. The technology guiding principles primarily address distribution and maintenance of resources and how members relate to each other. Parallel to the categories of the NETP, Delgado's plan addresses leadership, members served and being served, and the strength of its infrastructure. The language of the plan makes clear that a small group of leaders make decisions on behalf of the college. The plan emphasizes the position of trust technology leaders hold and that their decisions are consistent with Delgado's core values of respect for all members of campus and for the learning environment itself. To that end, the technology plan has as its primary goal the provision and maintenance of access to systems and tools that enhance and allow for full educational participation, consistent with the college's goals. Budget seems to be an underlying concern as, quote, hard decisions concerning where to direct resources is part of the preamble to discussion of the technology guiding principles. Students are listed as primary, but students, faculty, and staff are grouped together under the term human capital as they may be developed through, quote, technologies, trainings, and tools, end quote. Concerning infrastructure, the plan makes a statement that the technology used will add value to the college and learning experience. Infrastructure must be sufficient to provide the 24/7 level of access intended by the plan. And interestingly, creativity is the word used to describe selection of relevant and helpful technology resources, quote, necessary to support innovation. Some guiding principles overlap, like security, which spans members' experience and infrastructure concerns. Considering the similarities discussed in general, where do the NETP and Delgado's Technology Strategic Plan diverge? Exactly there. Delgado's plan reads in a general way, leaving room for specific guidelines to be put into place, but these are not, at least not with transparency in a forward-facing way. Whereas the NETP offers numerous examples of how technology supports learners specifically, or how instructors may adjust their practice to better take advantage of the opportunity technology affords, especially in consideration of the needs of the new student who is no longer able to fit a schedule around daytime in-person classes, Delgado does not. Delgado lumps all, quote, non-tech leaders into categories of students and staff in a passive active or provider recipient dichotomy. The tone of Delgado's Technology Strategic Plan is that the technology leaders are in control and know best. The interaction between members is limited to one of mutual respect only and not mutual involvement. Really briefly, I want to present two examples of specific ways the NETP reported on how schools address student needs on a classroom and institutional level using technology. In the first example, a program launched at Virginia Community College System supported students as an institution by systematically addressing their educational plans. A program was created to tailor students' educational path based on their expressed interests, goals, and experiences. Quote, for example, selecting the veteran path allows the individual to find a civilian career based on current military experience, connect to a veteran representative to navigate benefits and financial aid programs, to enroll in school, or complete a tailored career assessment specific to veterans, end quote. Similarly, Degree Compass, developed by a faculty member of Austin Peay State University, is a computer application that makes use of the student information system and degree planning tools to offer course selections to students. Students choose the courses that make the most sense, providing a comprehensive, informative experience while releasing control to students in the selection of classes has reduced excessive and failed courses. On a classroom level, adopting 100% OER, which are open educational resources, reduces costs and improves students' ability to exercise research and analytical skills while reducing barriers and frustration. OER are easily accessed. While the language of Delgado's Technology Strategic Plan is long on ideology, it is short on vision. The NETP emphasizes the importance of a specific written vision that results from collaboration within and across institutions. The NETP recommends a systematic approach to supporting students' growth for the length of their career. This sort of support requires the participation of all stakeholders with the intentional and specific pursuit of innovations that involve academic and non-academic supports. While Delgado's plan has the language of ideology, i.e., enriching the learning environment through innovative technology and respect for the worth of every person, specific avenues to achieve growth on an institutional level are not mentioned. Vision provides direction and momentum because a vision rallies members around a unified goal. Delgado's technology strategy seems to focus on, quote, keeping the lights on, a resource provision only mindset for the use of technology. Rather, quote, taking full advantage of technology to transform learning requires strong leaders capable of creating a shared vision, a plan for achieving it, and the ability to build capacity for innovation and change, end quote. This point is closely linked to the last one that follows. The NETP lists many stakeholders in its report. They all have a dynamic give and take analysis feedback role in the increasingly refined use of technology. Students are not passive recipients of a service, but are centered in the learning experience. The NETP emphasizes the importance of understanding today's college student, many of whom possess at least one characteristic of the non-traditional student's experience, and I think the number is up to 74%. Instructors are professionals who deserve for their craft to be developed through training in a way that will help them excel in their role. Instructors play an important part in creating relevant and enriching learning experiences using technology. They deserve incentives toward this growth. Institutions have a role to play as leaders in their own setting, as well as among other institutions and workforce leaders, to make education more portable, accessible, and affordable. The technology plan, the NETP, I should say, addresses specific ways this is being accomplished all across the U.S. Delgado's plan, on the other hand, reads very insularly. No other partnerships or groups are named in pursuit of its technology guiding principles. There is a paternal we and us who is making technology decisions. It is unclear how large or small this circle of leadership is and how its influence trickles down the organizational chart. By contrast, the Passport Project, an agreement between 5 states and their regional accrediting body, is an example of how partnerships are addressed in the NETP. This agreement provided more portable credits to students by creating a crosswalk agreement that featured essential learning outcomes, i.e., numeracy and communication based, rather than relying on traditional course evaluation. The Passport Project increased the number of transferable credits, a key concern for modern students. With so much room for improvement, there is opportunity for great progress. The first step for Delgado would be to dedicate staff and time towards the creation of a more explicit vision that still aligns with the stated core values and technology guiding principles. Because collaboration is an important feature of the NETP, I believe a team should be hired and/or selected specifically for this endeavor. This idea is not new. Every 3 to 5 years, Delgado Community College develops a quality enhancement plan supported with federal grant funding. If approved, resources would be marshaled and positions created, drawing from several points on campus. The team would make use of interrelated levels and functions of staff, faculty, and administration so that as many perspectives could be garnered as possible. Oversight should be offered from the Chancellor's Office, where the Chief Information Officer serves. I'd want the CIO to be responsible for advancing the vision once it is created and agreed upon. The CIO should be more forward-facing to staff, faculty, and students so that the vision is understood and may be implemented. All stakeholders should be brought together in cooperation. It will take time, effort, and attempts at innovation without sanction to break the service resource only function of the Information Technology Office. Faculty especially should be incentivized to try to use technology in new ways, guided by training and best practices. The NETP had many examples of how doing something as simple as tagging assignments according to the skill the instructor was facilitating allowed for self-reflection across multiple courses and instructors. Quote, the technology enables asynchronous peer commenting on tagged activities and generates an evolving and easily visualized picture of pedagogical patterns, end quote. The result of this reflection was growth in successive groups of students. What teacher doesn't want to see growth? Faculty should drive the push towards innovation, and they should be rewarded, not penalized for that. Stakeholders need to be integrated in the collaboration. Currently, Delgado has an Office of Instructional Technology, Information Technology, a Chief Information Officer, and at least one Information Technology Program Manager in Workforce Development. How deeply do these directors and program leaders work together? I have a feeling they advance similar missions in segmented ways that may be counterproductive to each other's efforts. What would happen if they sat at the same table? I hope you leave this presentation with a conviction that mindset must be changed in order for material changes to take place. This is what the NETP's call for vision communicates to me. There is a mindset attached to the role of the Information Technology Office of Delgado Community College that limits the college's potential for growth in the use of technology and hinders working partnerships on campus and in the community. By gathering stakeholders who represent all of the college functions and allowing them to meet in an environment of collaboration, the college may tap undiscovered resources that serve its mission to provide an enriching and competitive educational experience now and especially into the future. Thank you so much for your attention to this presentation.